Check your top stories right now. Police in Detroit are expressing profound sorrow after a 7-year-old girl was accidentally shot and killed during a raid early this morning. Aiyana Jones died after police looking for a murder suspect stormed a home on the city's east side. Investigators say an officer discharged his gun during a struggle with a woman inside the home, hitting the young girl in the neck and in the head.
Well, Dave and Glenda, it is such a tragedy, so sad and hard to believe. And, of course, an investigation is underway tonight to try to find out exactly what led to the death of this innocent and precious little girl.
I come out of step, and my mother was screaming, said they killed my niece. The police shot her in her face.
The family of 7-year-old Aiyana Stanley Jones is understandably so heartbroken tonight after the unthinkable happened. After the little girl was shot and killed when police say an officer's gun went off inside a duplex on Lily Bridge. Aiyana was sleeping on the couch when it happened.
I'll never be the same. That's my only daughter. I can never, ever get her back.
Members of Detroit's special response team raided the duplex early this morning, searching for a suspect in the shooting death of 17-year-old Jerian Blake last Friday. Assistant Police Chief Ralph Godby says after the officer entered the duplex, he was confronted by a woman reported to be the child's grandmother. The grandmother says that did not happen.
I never touched none of them. No one gave them any struggle.
This is any parent's worst nightmare. It is also any police officer's worst nightmare. And today, this nightmare is all too real.
Police did arrest a suspect in the murder of Jerian Blake, but relatives say he wasn't in the same apartment as Aiyana, but was in the unit upstairs. And a relative of the little girl says he told police when they arrived there were children inside. The assistant chief says because the murder of Jerian Blake was so deliberate and brutal, officers didn't know what they would be facing.
There's kids in the house. I said it like 5 times, like it's kids in the house.
My grandbaby was gone. My grandbaby was gone. The Detroit police killed my granddaughter.
This is a tragedy of unspeakable magnitude to Aiyana's parents, her family, and all those who loved her, and quite frankly, to the city of Detroit. Again, our deepest and most heartfelt condolences go out to the family.
Now you can see that a memorial has been started here at the duplex, the lower duplex where Aiyana lived, and tonight there will be a vigil in front of the house to remember this beautiful little girl. Again, police investigating, trying to find out exactly what did happen. Reporting live on the city's east side, I'm Cheryl Choden, Channel 7 Action. Well, Glenda, police say they did find the suspect they were looking for in the duplex on Lily Bridge upstairs, but it's what happened when they initially raided the downstairs flat that has a family so devastated and demanding answers.
Oh, God. She's 7. Oh, my God. She's 7 years old.
A grandmother understandably so overcome with grief over the loss of her precious granddaughter she could barely stand. Relatives so heartbroken they cried out for justice.
Y'all took a loved one away from us, and I want y'all to know this. We love that little so much, and y'all owe this family, and y'all better pay because y'all owe her. Y'all owe this family right here. Justice!
They held candles high at a vigil for 7-year-old Aiyana Stanley Jones as her mom and dad held onto each other.
I'll never be the same. That's my only daughter. I can never, ever get her back.
Little Aiyana died early this morning while asleep on the couch in the living room. It happened during a police raid when an officer's gun went off.
I'm not against the police, but be right when you do something. Right. Just be right. Just be right.
Members of the Detroit Police Special Response Team went to the house looking for a suspect in the murder of 17-year-old Jerian Blake last Friday. Once they made entry, police say an officer reportedly had some physical contact with a woman reported to be the grandmother and his gun discharged. The grandmother says that's not how it happened.
This is a tragedy of unspeakable magnitude to Aiyana's parents, her family, and all those who loved her, and quite frankly, to the city of Detroit.
Tonight, through so much emotion, with many tears and many questions, family members and friends called for the mayor and the chief to come forward with answers. The grandmother held up her granddaughter's shoes as a symbol of a senseless loss, and she demanded justice. Now, Police Chief Warren Evans has been out of town, but we're told tonight that he has cut short his vacation to come back to Detroit to deal with this tragedy, a tragedy that is almost unimaginable. Also, we have learned that last night when this happened, or early this morning, First 48, which is a cable show, was out recording and shooting with the police and may have captured some of this on video. It certainly is a story that is so sad and hard to believe. Reporting live at police headquarters, I'm Cheryl Choden, Channel 7.